Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kieran here. It's Gunners Fan TV. Um, not the best result. Arsenal lose to Man City 1-0 at the Etihad. Arsenal are out the FA Cup. Man City go through to round five, and yeah, we're going to go through the player ratings for Arsenal, and then yeah, we're going to get into it. So in Matt Turner in goal, I think he played really well today. He was great coming out of the box and collecting those balls. Um, had one or two really good challenges when he come rushing out to save us from getting opened up. So for me, Matt Turner gets a 7. I can't give him any higher than that because we lost. Um, Moving on to defence, Tomiyasu on the right hand side played well, wasn't particularly effective going forward. Chance where Haaland was running through and Tomiyasu got back and cut it out. So I'm going to give Tomiyasu a 6, just because I would want to see something more going forward, not just defensively. Um, then on the other side, Kieran Tierney, um, disappointed, really. There wasn't anything that. I mean, I've literally just watched the game and I can't really think of any standout performances from Kieran Tierney in this game. And he come off at half time, so, well, not half time, but like 50 minutes into the game. So I think I'm going to say 6. Um, didn't do anything really wrong defensively. Was quite inept going forward. Um, but yeah, overall, a bit disappointed with Kieran Tierney's performance today. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Moving on to the two centre backs, Rob Holding. He impressed me the way he was dealing with Haaland. Got a bit silly, gave away a yellow card, come off at half time. 5. If he would have not got a yellow card, then I would have probably given him a higher performance. But he cost us a substitution later on in the game, and overall, you should have done better. So 5 for Rob Holding. His partner Gabriel. Um, for me, Gabriel was very good today. He marshalled Haaland really well. Haaland didn't really have any sniffs or shots against goal, so I was impressed with him. But overall, we lost the game, and I think we were a bit too slow passing the ball at the back today. So I'm going to say 6 for Gabriel. But he was our best defender. Um, but anyway, moving on to Partey in midfield. Partey, excellent as always. It really pissed me off that he come off at half time and we brought on Sambi Lokonga. But Partey was dictating play in the midfield, cutting out possession, making very good interceptions. So for me, Partey gets a 7. Um, Granit Xhaka didn't really do anything wrong. Was putting a few dangerous balls into the box, but there just wasn't much movement around in midfield today. But I don't think that was Xhaka's fault. I just think with having Trossard starting and Kieran Tierney starting, that Xhaka doesn't really have the same people to pass the ball to and move the ball around and know what's going to happen. So I think a standard 7 for Xhaka. I don't think he put anything wrong, and he played well for the most part. Pablo Vieira then, decent performance, not fantastic. He's a fringe player for a reason. I expected slightly more from him when I saw him on the lineup today. He doesn't have that drive to go past any players. He just, as soon as he gets pressed out and doesn't have an option, he'll just pass the ball backwards. And in a game like this, Man City are going to press you. So for me, Vieira gets a 6. Didn't do enough, but didn't do anything wrong, so I can't give him any less than a 6. Bukayo Saka, quite a quiet night from him. But then, to be fair, usually we try to loop the ball over the top and then Saka to run into. But Ake was very good today. Um, they're their man of the match. I'm not going to give any man of the match to Arsenal because none of them really deserve it. In my opinion, it was quite a lackluster performance. Bissaka was quite quiet. I expected more from him today, but didn't really have a lot of service. So I'm going to say a standard 6 for Bukayo Saka. So Trossard's debut today made a good showing of himself. I'm excited to see more of him. Yeah, he played very well, but at the end of the day, didn't really offer much going forward. There was a few times in the first half that he looked really good, but nothing come of it. And Ortega made a really good save, but he was probably our best attacking forward in this game, so I'm going to give him a 7. And then finally, Eddie Nketiah didn't really have many shots on goal. I think he only had one from Trossard's cross and it went wide. He was causing problems, but against the Man City defence of Kanji, Ake and Laporte when he come on and Stones, he didn't really offer much, so I'm going to give him a 6. Right, so the players then, I'm going to move on to the substitutes. Rob Holding went off in the first half, Saliba come on. Saliba looked good. There was a few times where he floored a few players from when they tried tackling him and he moved the ball around. But overall, I'm going to say a 6. That's only because we lost the game, so can't really give him higher than that. Next up then, Sambi Lokonga. I'm going to give Lokonga a 5 just because he didn't do anything in the game, didn't really make an impact, and he didn't control the midfield for the second half. His defensive prowess is quite shocking, to be honest. Martinelli looked good, looked more like himself than in the previous game. Did well, had a really good run in the box, but the ball didn't land 21 and Ortega come out and got it. But he tried to make an impact, so I'm going to say a 6. So Zinchenko, he tried to make things happen. You could see his desire to win the game. He elevated the Arsenal performance in the second half, and there was a spell after that we conceded a goal where Arsenal looked quite threatening. But if you get a yellow card in a game like this, I'm going to say a 5. He did play well, but it wasn't just his fault. The whole team could have played better today. So, yeah. And then obviously Martin Odegaard didn't have a lot of time to come on to make an impact. He played well when he got the ball. You can see the reason why. He's our main creative player in the squad, and I wanted him to come on a lot earlier than he did. So, but he didn't really make much of an impact, and he come on quite late, so I'm going to say a standard 5. Moving on to Arteta then. I'm quite disappointed with Arteta today. I understand resting Partey for bigger games, but I would have liked to see Odegaard and Partey come onto the pitch together, as well as Xhaka. That midfield trio really does dominate and dictate play. We need that today. Man City's midfield were too much for our B squad to handle. In the first half, we looked like we had more control in the midfield when Partey was on, but without him, it makes a big difference. So, yeah, for Arteta, I'm going to have to say a 6. Moving on to the fans then, I think the fans, I'm going to have to give them a 10. Moving on to the referee then, Paul Tierney. I think he played well. He had a good game, to be honest. He didn't really make any ridiculous decisions. So Tierney gets a 7. Don't really see any other reason why to give him anything lower. But yeah, that's going to be the player ratings from me. Arsenal lost to Man City. Man City won. Arsenal 0. Arsenal out of the FA Cup. This is Gunners Fan TV. Peace.